Hello and welcome to the Argyle AI Decision Maker Summit. My name is Vicki Lynn Brunskill with Argyle. It's great to have everyone joining us today. Just a couple of notes before I turn things over to our esteemed speaker for this session. First, a quick reminder to stop by our sponsors' virtual booths at any time during the event and for the following week. Our partners are committed to providing you with valuable content and a great overall experience today. At any time during the event, you can visit their virtual booths from the main agenda page, and those do include complimentary materials, information, and meet and greet opportunities. To ask questions throughout the session, simply type into the Q&A chat and we'll address your questions at the end of the session. And if we don't have time, we'll certainly send them over to our speaker. Without further delay, I would like to introduce our speaker, Anurag Barua, Transformation Leader at SAP America. We are so excited to have Anurag with us for a thought leadership presentation titled Transforming Enterprise Analytics and Decision Making with SAP Business AI. Welcome, Anurag, and over to you.
Thank you, Vicki Lynn, for the introduction, and thank you for the opportunity to present at the prestigious Argyle Summit. I've enjoyed attending a few of these in the past, and therefore I'm honored to present on a topic of such great relevance to the world we live in today. That's AI, specifically how SAP is transforming enterprise analytics and decision-making with SAP Business AI. Now, before I get any further, I would like to introduce myself and present my credentials. I have spent the last 31 years of my career leading transformational change for almost 200 companies across a swath of industry verticals and through change enabled by SAP applications, products, and services. I have experience and expertise in multiple areas, as you can see on the slide, and this, of course, includes AI. And last but not the least, I'm a prolific thought leader with hundreds of white papers, blogs, articles, and 7 SAP books to my credit. And I've spoken at over 200 technical conferences globally. So what do I have in the agenda for today? I will begin with a general context setting of AI from a big picture standpoint. And I will follow that up by an overview of what we at SAP are doing to help our customers transform the way they run their businesses, leverage their data, run analytics, make decisions using our Business AI suite and approach. And that's obviously where we'll spend most of the time. And I will wrap it up with a few selected success stories for SAP in the AI realm. So let's get started, and let's take a look at this graphic, this diagram that Harvard University put together. There's a lot of data points, but one key takeaway is that AI as a field has been around since the 1950s. It is fashionable nowadays to assume that the era of AI began November 30th, 2022, when OpenAI released ChatGPT. No, the era of AI began 70 years before that. The other key takeaway is that a lot of what was being developed and made available for the first 50 years of its existence was highly academic. And although you don't see a detailed timeline, that is a timeline after the 2000s, but we know that the commercialization of AI and its incorporation into our daily lives by both individuals as well as organizations really took off in the 21st century. And generative AI especially has taken the world by storm in the past few years. In other words, we live in the age of AI. And even if you believe you do not, you just need to look around to correct yourself. There are multiple ways we consume AI, and oftentimes we do not even recognize that we're doing that. A couple of interesting data points. So look at this big number, 4.1 trillion. That's the impact that AI is expected to have on the global economy in the next 3 years. And that is based on a study Morgan Stanley recently did. That's about the size of the GDP of Germany, which is the fourth largest economy in the world. Clearly, AI has the most profound, pervasive impact and potential since probably the advent of the internet itself. Here's another one on the impact of AI, and this time it's about generative AI. Once again, by Morgan Stanley. Does it not feel like this number 40% seems understated? So that's the percentage of occupations that Morgan Stanley in its study said that could be affected by Gen AI in the next 3 years. So now let's think the case for AI has been made. Let us move on to the next section and let's talk about what SAP's role in the world of AI is. All right, so what I want to do here is share with you some key facts and figures of SAP as a company before we get into the topic of AI itself. Especially for those of you that may not be that familiar with the company, we are the world's #1 enterprise application software vendor. And in fact, when it comes to enterprise resource planning or ERP, that is a category which probably we came up with ourselves, and we have definitely been the leader for a very long time. Today, we have over 440,000 customers in 180 countries, and 98 of the world's largest companies are SAP customers. And those numbers actually mean something even more profound. 84% of the world's revenue is processed by SAP systems. Just think about how significant that is. And when it comes to the cloud, with over 100 cloud applications, SAP is has the world's largest cloud portfolio. And then also on the cloud, we have over 300 million cloud customers worldwide. And although we are not a research organization, and we are really a software applications vendor, but we have invested heavily in research and development to ensure that our customers get the latest and greatest technologies that will help them run their businesses more efficiently. And that number was very considerable. That was $7 billion in 2023. And talking about pivoting a little bit to AI, we have over 30,000 customers worldwide that are using our AI capabilities in some shape or form. And last but not the least, our commitment to AI is this is a testimony that we have invested over $1 billion last year in committed venture capital funding into AI startups. So let's now talk about the relationship between data and SAP and how all of these things come together. As you see in this diagram here, it is a significantly oversimplified view of how the previously mentioned 84% of the world's commerce feeds our 440K customers, analytics, and AI needs. But what feeds and sustains all of this on the right-hand side, all the analytics and AI, and also all the applications and business processes that are running on SAP systems? The answer is simply data. It is not an exaggeration to say that we have the world's largest repository of customer data by far. And while we make top-notch enterprise applications powered by a world-class in-memory database engine called HANA, and a slew of AI capabilities and analytics applications, customers can only harness all the wonderful information and patterns and knowledge hidden in this data if they have clean and well-managed data. I do not need to emphasize the principle of garbage in, garbage out, but that disclaimer is essential as we proceed on to the AI side of things. So what is SAP Business AI then? I've been using that phrase a little bit. Now let's explain it. So we at SAP provide business AI to our customers, which means basically we are not a general purpose AI vendor in the mold of a Google or AWS or Anthropic. But what we do and what we believe in is marrying up all the amazing technologies, such as the foundation models and large language models that are built by the AI majors, and marry them up with our deep understanding of customers' business processes and their data. This picture on the left is what I would like you to focus on. At the center lies our technological foundation, which is housed in our world-class platform as a service offering called Business Technology Platform, or BTP. A majority of our cloud applications run on BTP, and our AI capabilities, which include machine learning, robotics process automation, generative AI, and many more, are all embedded, heavily embedded in these applications and business processes. And the final frontier is the user experience layer for AI-powered analytics and decision-making. This is being enabled in a big way by our generative AI offering called Joule. Our AI framework is built on the foundation of three pillars, or the three R's as I call them: relevance, reliability, responsibility. I will talk about that shortly. And it is important to highlight that we have a very large partner ecosystem, as you can see here. We do not compete, but collaborate with these partners. And in many cases, we invest in them, as I mentioned earlier. We have hundreds of partner AI apps running on our SAP store so that our customers can subscribe to as they need. Now, you might ask, if you're a customer, you're thinking, all that is good, sounds great, but how do I benefit from all of this? Why should I care? Well, the way our customers benefit from our business AI is in three ways. Number one, customers get a natural, almost human-like user experience. They feel like they're not actually interacting with machines, but with human beings. The second point is the automation aspect. With business AI, our customers are able to maximize automation in their daily activities and minimize manual tasks and other heavy lifting so that they can focus on strategic and value-added activities. And finally, business AI helps our customers obtain smarter insights and predictions, almost like analytics on demand to make better decisions. So let's now talk about our core principles, or the three R's that I mentioned a little earlier: relevance, reliability, and responsibility. What does relevance mean? It means that when customers use our AI capabilities, our results are based on the industry in which the customer operates, as well as its data. Reliability means that customers can trust the results AI delivers to them. And remember, AI is only as good as your data. So if your data are reliable, we ensure, or we try to ensure, the results are reliable. And responsibility. That is such a vast topic and so important, especially in this day and age. So we deliver AI with the highest levels of security, privacy, compliance, and ethics. And this is something we've done for years. Our customers trust us with their most critical data and processes because we know how to build and run powerful and trustworthy solutions. For years, we have built AI with security, privacy, compliance, and ethics in mind. So we start with our guiding principles and policies. Our ethics policy clarifies how SAP's guiding principles relate to AI use cases, apply to SAP as a company, and to us employees worldwide, defining intent, expectations, and obligations for employees involved in the development, deployment, and sales of AI systems. Next, let's come to our products. So our product standards for data protection and privacy keep customers' data safe. It is our commitment and guarantee that customer data will not be used to train large language models. And this is a question that is often asked of us by our customers. And finally, we have a governance model, which includes an AI ethics steering committee and an external ethics advisory panel that continuously monitors and provides safeguards for our AI systems. Now let's take a peek into how customers utilize our AI capabilities. That happens in 3 ways. Now, if you take an approach of crawl, walk, run, you can start your crawl phase by consuming the AI that is embedded across our cloud solutions portfolio and infused into common business processes. In the walk phase, you can incorporate AI capabilities either by subscribing to additional AI services that we and or our partners provide. And in the run phase, you build and extend AI and generative AI capabilities on our technology platform, or BTP. Now, this slide is really meant to be eye candy. It'll give you an idea of the breadth and depth of our AI offerings, our AI capabilities that are embedded across key lines of businesses. And it's likely to get, this slide is likely to get more populated as we continue to work on expanding and deepening our offerings. Now let's talk about something very, very exciting, the Generative AI Hub. So our Generative AI Hub is part of what we call our AI core and incorporates generative AI into business users' daily activities. The Generative AI Hub gives you instant access to a broad range of large language models from different providers. So our users have access to all the commonly used LLMs. And with this access, you'll be able to orchestrate multiple models, whether through programs, via our API, or via the playground within what we call the AI Launchpad. The Generative AI Hub provides tooling for prompt engineering, experimentation, and other capabilities to accelerate the development of applications infused with generative AI in a secure and trusted manner. AI development teams can submit a prompt to multiple LLMs, compare the generated outcomes to identify the best suited model for the task, and gain greater control and transparency with built-in prompt history. And this section would not be complete without talking about our generative AI copilot called Joule. Embedded across our cloud solutions portfolio, it is the one AI copilot for the entire SAP ecosystem. It's the customer's digital assistant that takes on mundane tasks and enables users to be more strategic, creative, and productive. Joule provides a common user experience across the entire SAP landscape, thereby enabling employees to ask questions and interact with Joule wherever they are. And this takes us to the final section of this presentation, which is a few AI success stories. Do understand that I have picked 3 needles from a customer haystack of 30,000, which is by no means an easy task. But I hope these resonate with you. The first one is of a leading American food company specializing in Greek yogurt and other dairy products. It's about 20 years old with sales of around 2.5 billion in 2023, and it's also expanding into other product areas. And you don't need to be a very smart sleuth investigator to identify this company, especially if you like Greek yogurt like I do. The business challenges that this company faced are process efficiencies, especially in the area of travel and expense. Its employees were spending thousands of hours to submit, review, and approve expense reports. And that impacted not only the productivity and the time taken, all those things, but also from a finance standpoint, reporting and analytics, and it also impacted decision making. So by using a significant amount of AI capabilities embedded in our cloud travel and expense application called SAP Concur, users were able to take a snapshot of a receipt, create an expense report entry directly from it, get the audit done automatically, and also get the approval. All of that with minimal human touch and intervention. So because of that, the finance department now has one view of the spend across their business, and which means better analytics and better decision making. And altogether, this company has cut the time spent on the whole expense entry and reporting process by 75%, which is significant. The next story is of a global conglomerate, India-based, which has been in business for almost 80 years with a current market cap of $43 billion and operating in a whole slew of industry verticals such as automotive, financial services, et cetera, et cetera. Its business challenges were around recruiting and also technology in general, access to data, and again, some of the common challenges that many companies face. And what this one did by deploying some of our AI capabilities, especially with our generative AI copilot Joule, the recruitment process was significantly streamlined and made more efficient because our cloud HR application has significant amounts of AI embedded in it. And when it came to technology and development, it was also able to realize 40% more efficiency using generative AI. And then moving on to our final success story for today, it's a global professional services company, which is probably the easiest one to guess based on the company profile, with a huge presence in all aspects of professional services, strategy, consulting, technology, operations across 120 countries, with revenues in the vicinity of $65 billion and with around 800,000 employees worldwide. And the business challenge that this giant wanted us to help with was around their billing. And that's really the bread and butter of professional services companies, or if you want to call it order to cash. So as you can see here, there was a lot of inefficiencies and errors around billing and payments, which really caused the company to spend hundreds and if not thousands of hours on making things match, and a lot of manual activity. And by the usage of AI, after you started to use AI, if you look at the metrics here, they're pretty significant. 54% automatic clearing hit rate, 67% accuracy based on the proposals that the machine learning supplied the company with. And also, from a strategic standpoint, it really helped in reducing peak time processing for the various different financial closings. So it is time for me to wrap up, and let's look at some takeaways from today's session. We can all agree that today AI is pervasive, and it's an irreversible trend. And one of the most popular use cases for AI is smart analytics and efficient decision making. At SAP, with over 400,000 customers worldwide, we are uniquely positioned to help enterprises unlock the value that lies in their data, and thereby help them realize the full potential of analytics and decision making using AI. The SAP Business AI Framework, which was the topic that I introduced you to, is robust, open, powerful, and extensible, and it stands on the three pillars, or the three R's of relevance, reliability, and responsibility. And that's all I had for today. And thank you for attending this session. And at this time, I think we have time for maybe a couple of questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anurag, for such an insightful thought leadership. That was a wonderful presentation.
Thank
I
you.
do see a couple of questions from the audience. The first question I see is, what excites you the most about the immediate future of AI development, and what concerns you?
Sure. I will start with a no-brainer, generative AI. And that's something that truly excites me and probably excites almost everyone these days. It'll become more widespread as it gets applied to more and more areas such as healthcare, manufacturing, education, and so on and so forth. Even within the perimeters of individual enterprises, more and more use cases will be surfaced where AI can be leveraged. We see that on a regular basis. Another trend that is very exciting is agentic AI. So what exactly is that? These are AI systems that are designed to act in an autonomous manner and make decisions on their own to achieve specific goals and complete tasks. In fact, IDC recently predicted that by 2027, customers will spend $110 billion on purchases through mobile devices using AI agents or agentic AI. In December, I attended the AI Summit in New York, and agentic AI was the hottest topic. It felt like over 50% of the sessions had some kind of agentic AI content in it. However, it is also an area that comes with significant risks. The big one is that such agents could go rogue and act on their own, doing things that could have severe negative implications. Other concerns include job losses, privacy losses, misaligned objectives, and the like. Another promising trend is multimodal AI. It refers to AI systems that can process and integrate information from multiple sources, including text, images, audio, video, sensor data, etc. Think about it, it has tremendous potential across many areas, such as self-driving cars, natural language processing, robotics, advertising, and marketing.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have time for one more quick question. What should we expect from SAP in the AI space in 2025?
Great question. You should expect to see AI capabilities being embedded at a faster pace into all our cloud solutions, faster than ever before. You will see this infusion both in terms of breadth and depth. The focus on generative AI will continue, and our generative AI copilot, Joule, will become more mainstream. To my earlier point on agentic AI, that's something we're been investing quite a bit into. So you should expect to see more AI agents incorporated into Joule, and these agents will help collaboration, and execution across lines of businesses. And that will make our customers and their users even more productive. One coming attraction within our generative AI offering, therefore, is collaborative AI agents. One other area where we will continue to focus is in further strengthening our partner ecosystem through collaborations, investments, and enablement. We'll make it as easy as possible for our partners to build and deploy solutions on our business technology platform, as well as make it easy for our customers to subscribe to our various AI services and apps. So overall, you will be hearing a lot more from and about SAP in 2025 in the AI realm, and I cannot be more thrilled. All the same, companies should be cognizant of certain pitfalls that can come about from the unfettered usage of AI, much as they seek to benefit from its potential. At SAP, we will work tirelessly to ensure that our business AI adheres to the most stringent ethics, security, and privacy needs and regulations. And whether you're an SAP customer or not, I therefore encourage you to take a crawl, walk, run strategy to AI in your respective organizations, and not succumb to FOMO or jump into any kind of rat race, but instead focus solely on what and how AI can and will work for your company.
Very well said. Thank you so much, Anurag, again for a fabulous thought leadership presentation. And I want to thank everyone else for joining us today for the session. This session, along with all of today's content, will be available on demand following the event. And our next session will begin after a short break at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That session starts, which will be a thought leadership titled Unlock the AI Advantage, Navigating AI Implementation. We look forward to seeing you there. Thank you again, Anurag.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.